feel better? I just put it on now. Oh, it's going to take a while. But it doesn't feel so bulky, you know, and like the kneecap isn't trying to fit in that hole. My kneecaps are over, so it's trying to fit in that hole. The other one, we'll see what happens.
Give me YouTube. Subs. Alright, I think that is up. Hey everybody, welcome aboard. Captain Mike here. We're back in MS2020 again because it's been running beautifully. I had a great run yesterday after I figured out where the stutters were coming from. So today we're going to do another run. I'm out in Rapid City and we're going to head on over to Denver. This is United Airlines Flight 2857. They did this ride in 2 hours and 10 minutes. And we're going to see just how close we can come to that. The aircraft's cold and dark. I do have a couple of screens I can give you now, but I'm not going to be able to give you the full load like I do in X-Plane 12. So let me give you the CDU, and I need the load data sheet as well, and I need that myself. All right. Hopefully those screens are working. This is the first time I'm trying these in here, getting this all back together again. So, aircraft's cold and dark. I just got in here, so I've got my load data sheet. So let's see, DC battery selected to bat, DC battery switch is on guarded, standby power is auto guarded, alternate flaps are off guarded, fuel pump switches are off, wipers are set to park, hydraulic pumps electric 2 and 1 are off, landing gear is down. We've got 3 green and 3 green on the aft overhead. Weather radar is set to test. Master caution reset. Fault in up. And overheat fire. Alright, ground power is available. Let's confirm with the AC selector. And let's get set for unconditioned air right now. Galley power is on. IRS selectors to nav. Emergency exit lights are on. Let's just cycle that trim air switch. Let's enter our present position. And we are at KRAP. That's one heck of a code. Alright, so what's in the database for KRAP is pretty close to what the IRS is picking up. So, that's looking pretty good. Alright, let me get some brake pressure in here. In the meantime, we'll give him the position lights. Our flaps are up, and showing up on the aft overhead. Let me just check. I'm not all that familiar just yet with PMDG in 2020. I haven't used it much. So, ground services, let's make sure. Alright, chocks are set. Ground power is up. That's looking pretty good. Alright, let's set the park and brake. And we can turn that back off now. Alright. So that takes care of our originator flight. What I'm going to do now is start with the aft overhead, our pre-flight. Leading edge devices test. Lights are good. Service interphone is off. Reversers are extinguished. EEC switches are on. Guarded. Crew oxygen is 12,000. Passenger oxygen is normal. Guarded. Let's test that flight data recorder. Lock airspeed test 1 and 2. Going to be too early for stall warning. We'll come back to that. 3 green on the landing gear. PSEU is out. Let's check our oxygen flow. Alright, and lights test. Alright. Alright, flight controls A and B are on guarded, all the flaps are off guarded, spoilers A and B are on guarded, your damper is on. VHF nav is normal, IRS is normal, FMC is normal, source select is auto, control panel is normal, fuel temperature is fine. Crossfeed check, fuel pumps are off. AC/DC panel is set, galley power is on, equipment cooling supply and exhaust is normal, emergency exit lights are on. No smoke and seatbelt sign is on. Let's get the window heat on. And we'll run the overheat test, TAT test. Wing and engine anti-ice are off. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. We have 3 entranceways open. Test on the flight data recorder. Pressurization panel is all zeroed out, being that we're at the gate with the door open. That's a good thing. Temperature is fine. Let's reset the master caution. Overheat test. Wing body AC master, very good. And today's ride is 31,000. Alright, okay, and let's test our outflow valve. And our lights are good. We'll use the right igniter for this ride. Alright, let's tune in ATIS clearance and then program the flight management computer. So ATIS is on, where are you in here? Let me check the charts here. I'm not seeing it there.
Base observation. 1752 Zulu. Wind 350 at 22. Visibility 10.
Alright, what do we have here?
Clear. Temperature 0. Dew point 7. Altimeter 3004. Rapid City Regional Airport. Automated surface observation. 1752 Zulu. Wind 350 at 22. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, clear.
Alright.
Temperature 0. Dew point 7. Altimeter 3004. Rapid City Regional Airport. Automated surface observation. 1752 Zulu. Wind 350 at 22. I'm ready for 115 coming ground. We're 27, watch the door to taxi, Tango, we're going to get up.
Hey, Rapid City, good afternoon. United 2857. Looking for IFR clearance as filed to Denver. Alright, you should have the CDU and you should have the load data sheet. Let me bring up my load data sheet here.
United 2857, Rapid City ground cleared to Denver. Radar vectors NYTRO, then as filed. Climb and maintain 6,000. Expect flight level 310 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.5 squawk 5436.
Yeah, cleared to Rapid City. Cleared to Denver via radar vectors NYTRO, then as filed. Climb and maintain 6,000. Then expect flight level 310 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.5, squawk 5436, United 2857. Alright, so we got up to 6, and 5436 is there. So that's looking pretty good. Alright, so let's program the flight management computer now. Let me have you. And we're going to Denver. Right, this is a UAL flight. 2857. Alright, and on the way out, we've got 32. No sit out of here. And into Denver, we have Alley 3 via NYTRO. And they use 34 right in the real world. And we will do 34 right. RNAV Z. Right, and we're coming in from High Mom. Let's have a look at that. We'll have a look at that and then fill it in. Alright, let's have a peek here. Hey Max, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting a ride in the sim again. Hopefully we're going to have another nice smooth ride like we had yesterday. We've had those flickers figured out, it looks like. So, we're good. NYTRO. Milk. Est out. Alley. Head. D-Lo. Jeff. How's it? Grilla. Next should be Hi Mom, and then we're on our way in. Right, Hi Mom. And then we have our way in. So let me have that. We're just going to put that right in from the get-go. Let's have a quick look at that. Cutting across and then coming in. That looks pretty good. And they have us holding at 10. Alright, let's take a look at some charts here. Let me give you some charts. And if I get my fat fingers in there. And let me look at the same thing here. Alright, and we're looking at on the way out. We don't have a sit on the way out. We're going direct. So let's take a look at the back end. Denver. And we have Alley 3 on the way in. And we get picked up here at NYTRO, right up here on top. Right. So we've got NYTRO, Milk, Est out, we need to be above 30,000, which we are here. Alley between 22 and 19, which we are. Head 250 between 16 and 21. That's looking good. Then we've got D-Lo between 15 and 17. Was that Jeff? 250 between 13 and 15. That's looking pretty good. We have Hazlitt. And then we have Grilla. And then we have Hi Mom. Hi Mom, we need to be below 210 at 11. That looks pretty good. And if we take a look at the approach, 34, what'd I say? We've got 34 right on the RNAV Z. We've got Hi Mom, McCullen, and then Basin, Cordy, and then we're on our way in. And if we take a look here, on a mist, climb 6, then climbing left turn 10,000. So we're holding at Huygen at 10, and that's in here. So that's looking pretty good. Alright, let's get our weight and all that in here. I'm going to need the menu. Actions. Do the payload. Let me give you the load data sheet again. And let me bring up the same thing for myself. Hey, Twisted. How's it going? I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting a ride in the simulator, so that usually means I'm having a pretty good day. Although I had to do some medication again today. Was up last night. I had to do some breathing treatments. I had to do again today. My hands were a little shaky. So, but this helps take my mind off it, which is pretty cool. Alright, wait. Let's take a look at our weight here. What are we carrying here? Zero fuel weight is 125.9. And there we go. Let's go put our fuel in now. The fuel is going to be 15.1. So we have a zero fuel weight of 125.9. Yes, let's take a look at our final reserve. Our final reserve plus the alternate is 59.05, so we're going to put in 6.0. Cost index this ride, let's see. Our CI is 35. And we've got flight level 310. Let's take a look at our cruise winds here. Hey James, how's it going? We're going to come to our top of climb here. Have a peek. Top of climb. Alright, so the winds here are 320 at 29. And we'll put the cruise winds in. It already put in our OAT. We're not going to derate the engines since they're not real. We don't have to worry about doing anything to them. Alright, so we've got a CG at 25.4. It's going to be a flaps 5 takeoff. Now, runway 32 has an upslope of 0.6 with a heading of 324. Oh, it already has the heading in there for me. How cool is that? Alright, let's get our winds. Winds at a KRAP is 350 at 18, gusting. 26. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Alright, let's come back around here. Trim is 454. Our engine out is going to be a $145. Okay, that's all looking pretty good. Let's get our descent information in here. And let's see. Let's take a look at where's our descent here. Top of climb. Did I miss it? Where are you? Top of descent. Here we go. Right, so at TD we're looking at 0. And at Denver we're looking at 30.10. Alright, we'll do 20,000, 15,000, and we'll do 10,000 on the way down. Let's get to our descent here. Alright, at 20,000 we're looking at 280 at 26. 15,000, 317 at 31. And at 10,000, 356 at 15. Alright, we're going to go have one more look. Make sure we didn't screw anything up here. Okay, and everything should be filled in now. NYTRO, Milk, as Doubt, Ali, Head, Dilo, Jeff, Hazlitt, Gorilla, Hi Mom, and then we're coming around and coming in, and then we have the hole on the mist at 10,000. So that's good. Alright, so let's go to our route data, and we're going to request the winds. We could put our cruise winds in here at all the waypoints if you want. Go through them. But we're just going to grab that. We'll load that up. But if you want to put them in, you can go through and put each one of these in if you want. Oh, it's not going to put them in for us. No, I'm not going to bother putting them in. Let me have progress on that page there. Alright, the FMC is done. Let's get to the pedestal now. Let me give you the charts again. And let me have the same. Let's go back to Rapid City. And we're using 32 on the way out, right? So, let me just put this in. I'm here by myself, so I put this in. So if I've got an issue and I have to come back, this is all done. So we got a decision height of 200. Right. Airport elevation is 32. Got a heading of 324. $109.3. All right, that's good, that's good, that's good. We've got ground. Tower is 125.85. Departure is 119.5. And alright, pedestal is good. Alright, I'll take terrain, position, data, airport, and station. I'm on the master. You're on the slave. You can have weather, station, airport, data, and position. Alright, we are looking at you. We are looking at 1. And we're clear to that. That's all looking good. Nose wheel steering is normal. Got it. Let's take a look at our displays here. Let's check our auto flight. Alright, primary flight display. Artificial horizon is level. Ground speed is 0. 45 on the speed tape. We've got 145 on the engine out. 175 on the heading. I've got a decision height of 200. Local pressure is 30.04, and we are cleared up to 6. I've got terrain on the nav display. Let's get the standby gauge set up here, 30.04. And reset the fuel flow. N1 is set auto. Speed reference is set auto. Auto brake is set to reject the takeoff. That's all looking pretty good. Let me go ahead and you're not going to need the CDU anymore. Right. And we'll keep that map up there. All right, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so we'll check the bottles. Cargo. All right, and let's run that test. This test should be done. Let's check our stall warning 1 and 2. All right, so that's all looking pretty good. That test is good. Let's get our ground proximity done. Let's get these doors buttoned up. Let's get ready to get on APU here. No fuel in the center tank. Yes, we are looking pretty good. Let's get these doors buttoned up. This is the stuff that I'm still trying to figure out. So, doors, close. And I don't think it'll do the cargo until we get the chocks removed, if I remember correctly. Hey, Troll Dreamer, how's it going? I'm still not crazy about the night lighting in Microsoft, both 2020 and 2024. I think they're about the same. So I still prefer X-Plane's night lighting because I can do so much more with reshade and fool around with the colors and individual lights and whatnot. But I really haven't fooled around with the filters at night just yet in Microsoft. So I am definitely going to try that to see going forward. Still want to work on the filters for the afternoon flights because this is pretty much, I'm definitely going to be using this for my day flights. And I'll be using X-Plane 12 right now for my night rides. So I pretty much have the best of both worlds for the most part. Hey, Felipe. How's it going? Welcome aboard. We're just getting ready to get on out of here. APU is up. Confirm. We are good. And let's say that's been about a minute. We'll get on APU. Alright, let's get disconnected here. Ground services. Disconnect that. Let's get the chocks removed. Let's take a look at these doors. And they are closing. Our cargo. Very good. There goes the stairs. And pushback. And we've got runway 32. So we're going to be facing that way. Now I'm just starting with the pushback here, so I may not be that great with it. I'm used to better pushback. Alright, we're pretty much good to go. Let's get in touch with ground. Our Rapid City ground, United 2857 at gate 5, ready for push and start. Might as well get them going.
United 2857, you are cleared to Denver. Fly radar vectors to NYTRO, then proceed as filed. Climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Expect flight level 310 10 minutes after departure.
Yeah, we got all that already.
Frequency is 119.5, squawk 5436.
We're just going to push and start. I think they're a little mixed up. Manchester, yeah, that's another nice place to fly into. Pretty cool. Was that Roken Zone? It's hard for me to see. The text is so tiny here. All right, let's get that clock going. Well, I guess we could wait for the tug to get here and push us back, but it's what I should do. Now, hopefully I can figure this backing out stuff here where it doesn't look too crazy. Then I have to try and figure out how to get these gates to work. I see the gates work with all the AI aircraft from Traffic Global, but I still haven't figured out how to get the gates to come over here. And it's interesting that looks like we're parked incorrectly here. And this is the way they set us up at the gate. Interesting.
Double 25, 27. Make sure your transponder is on, please.
They hook up here or what?
Open clear for pushback and start tail straight out.
I think we're good. Does take a while to get going though. If not, we'll back out on our own power. Give you a little bit more time and then you're done. We'll go on our own. Delta Airlines coming in, and it's running pretty smooth. Do have a little bit of ghosting going on there down by the tires though. Alright, it's not pushing us at all. Alright. And disconnect that sucker. And let's get out of here on our own power here. Alright, so packs are off. Anti-collision light, we're starting number 2. Yeah, I would love to have a program like Better Pushback in 2020, 2024. Set it up before you're going to set up your ride. This way all you have to do is request pushback and release the brake and you're off to the races. You don't have to figure out how far back to get you set up on the taxiway. Now hopefully we're going to be able to back out of here and we're not going to be stuck being that we used the tug. We're good there. Close. Auto. Start number 1.
Endeavor to be sure that if you call it 73 leading 2, you come out, cut it down 12385. Spotted the 73 leading 2, 12385, or 5352.
George Fargo, Alpha 11, got a 330 for Echo 12, Ram 5.
Someone holds the race on the crowd.
That's fine. Someone.
Alright, we're looking pretty good. Alright, let's get you out. You're on TA. You can go to auto. You can go to auto. Let's check these flight controls. And we'll get the taxi light on once we get out of here. Let's have a peek. We are, yep, that's done, that's done. Alright, they're idle to 10th. Generators are on. Gen 1 or Gen 2 are on Gen 1. Probe heat's on. Engine wing and the ice is required. They're off. Hydraulic pumps are on. Bleed air check set. We are good. Exterior lights, well, we'll do that once we back out here. APU is off. Master caution, we've got a clean board. Flaps are set for takeoff. Transponders TA auto and weather radar set to auto. Flight controls are free and clear. Alright, let's see if we can back on out of here. Not gonna need you. Hopefully, we can back out of here. Let us go, baby. Beautiful. A little bit of flicker going on. Oh, you know why? I didn't change my front screen. See the flicker going on in the front screen? That's because the menu program is there. I forgot to bring up my other screen. Oh, that actually wasn't that bad. We were pretty close. Let me bring up my third view. And that flicker will disappear. Alright, we'll get in touch with Tower once we get down there, being that they're a little confused here. Tower's 123.85. Thought I put that in. No, yeah, you did. You just changed it. It was 125.85, you schmuck. Alright. Let's taxi to 22 via Alpha. Now that should get smooth now. Like butter, baby. I love it. Oh, the grass looks pretty cool. Think it needs a cut though. Alright, let's see. We got Tango 1 to Alpha. Alpha to Alpha 7 to 32. And we're out of here. I'm just loving how smooth it is. I'm glad I found that little tweak. Because it is night and day in here. Alright, from here we're going to take Alpha. We're going to make a right. Tell you, the PMDG is handling beautifully after this last go around. These controls have never felt this good. I mean, they're not as good as X-Plane, but they are close. And if I can get the night lighting looking as good as daytime, then I might leave X-Plane. I'm getting tired of waiting for networking fixes that have been broke since day one. So we'll be looking at filters, that's for sure. All right. Hopefully those screens in the back there are working on the right. Unfortunately, I can't give you the glass screens like I usually do on the left and the MCP because the air manager just doesn't have them available. Oh, we got someone on short final coming in. American Airlines. What a great view. back and forth there on the tiller. Our Rapid City Tower, United 2857, holding short, runway 32, ready for departure.
United 2857.
Well, that's pretty cool. You get to listen in.
Wind 350 at 21 gusting 29. Fly heading 320, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, United 2857. Let them know you. Let me get the clock going. TARA, let's have a peek. Tender notification is complete. Exterior lights, we are good. Engine start select is continuous. Auto throttle is armed. Transponders TARA auto. And parking brake release 40%, and we're out of here. All right, 40%. Stable. Toga. Thrust set. Airspeed's active. Check. Throttle hold. We're stable through 80. Oh, look at the wind push. Push, push, push. Gear up. All right, you know what? Let's see here. I want to see if she can handle this. I got the latest PMDG update in there from today, so we're going to check the auto flight system. We don't have a sit on the way out, so that's a great view.
United 2857, contact departure on 119.5.
I'll go into departure 119.5, United 2857. Good day. Departure United 2857 with you inbound NYTRO. Climbing up to 6,000. That's a pretty cool view. Flaps 1.
United 2857, Ellsworth departure, radar contact, clear direct NYTRO, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Direct NYTRO up to 230, United 2857. Flaps up.
United 2857, clear direct NYTRO, climb and maintain.
Yeah, it's like it thinks I'm asking it a question. It gets a little confused there. We don't have any restrictions on the way out here. Let's go, baby. I have to fix my alt interrupt there. When I was working on the MCP, changing out some parts, I accidentally knocked that wire off. I'm just too lazy to take it apart for that simple button. And we're going 173. And we're inbound NYTRO. Pretty cool ride. Nice and smooth. And the view has been amazing. So this United Airlines Flight 2857 from Rapid City to Denver was done in the real world in 2 hours and 10 minutes. So we're going to see just how close we can come to that. We left the gate 15 minutes ago, the runway 3 minutes ago. We've got 304 miles to go to Denver and 72 miles top of climb. We're coming up on 10, so and we're looking pretty good. Did I change drivers? No. I didn't. The stutters seem to be coming from the pull-down menu in MS2020. So basically, I just went into the experimental page where I created my left and right views, and then I just created another one for the center. So I have window 1, window 2, window 3, and then
2857, climb and maintain flight level 290.
up to flight level 290, United 2857. And then what I did with the main front screen that pops up from Microsoft, the one that has the pull-down menu where you can change the time of day and the clouds and all that, I have that minimized. And running these 3 screens and putting an extra demand on my hardware actually gives me better results. So there's something going on with their main screen that pops up that introduces flickers. I don't know if it has something to do with the pull-down menu, which is what I'm thinking is what it is, because that's really the only difference between window 3 and the main window from 2020. And it's like butter, the way I have it now, going to constant flickers without it. So it's pretty smooth. We're going to let them run around. What a great view. That looks beautiful. I get to see it in 4K. You only get to see it in 1080p, unfortunately. Beautiful. I did change the DLSS.
57, contact Denver Center on 127.95.
I'm going to Denver Center on 127.95, United 2857. Good day. It's like they know when I'm going to speak, and then they start talking. Denver Center, United 2857, with you, climbing through 17,100 for flight level 290, inbound NYTRO. I did change the DLSS. I went online and downloaded the latest one.
Good afternoon. Fairburn, altimeter 30.09er.
Oh, the weather's getting better. Nice. So I put the latest one in. I mean, I renamed the other one .old. This way, if this didn't work, I can go back to the old DLSS file. But the latest one from NVIDIA seems to be working just fine. And we'll go to local. We'll go to standard, actually. We've got someone inbound up top. You can see the vapor trail and the green and red lights. Pretty cool.
Denver Center, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Climb and maintain flight level 310, United 2857. I'm surprised he's not showing up here on TCAS. Where are you, buddy? He's just about right above us. We are on, yes. Now it's showing TA only. Why? And it's showing off. Looks like I lost TARA. TA only. That should be you. Interesting. I'm going to have to look at that. That's something I'm going to have to take a look at. TCAS. Let me write that down. I won't remember it. Check TCAS. What are we looking at here? We've got 39 miles top of climb. We have 270 miles now to Denver. One just went by above us a couple of thousand feet up. But I'm not sure why they're not showing up on here. have to take a look at my TCAS. Might just be a setting in Device Interface Manager I may have to change. And we almost have a tailwind today. Let's see if the attendant button does anything. See if she comes to ask me if I want coffee or something. Oh, I guess not. Oh, hey, Michael. This is 2020. I flew 2024 for a little while, but I don't prefer 100% streaming. So, if 2024 ever has an offline mode, I will be back in a heartbeat. Man, I didn't bring my air conditioning remote in here with me. Getting a little warm. Where do we go to cruise? Once we get to cruise, I'm going to step out, get a drink, stretch my leg a little bit, and get my remote for the air conditioning. That's why I don't have windows in here. It'll get way too warm in here with windows. All in all, a beautiful run. So I think the only thing left on my flight illusion gauge is to get working. I'm still waiting to hear from them because G-Step just lights them up, but it doesn't do anything else. And I got to take a look at TCAS, it looks like. But there isn't much left to fix in here. Getting it up 100% just the way it is in X-Plane. So that's pretty cool. Germany. Hey, Herbert. How's it going? Herbert, man, I haven't heard that name in a long time. My very first girlfriend, Caroline. Her dad's name was Herbert. Used to call him Herbie. He was French. Actually, the whole family was French. Pretty cool dude. There's another airliner out in the distance. I can see the vapor trail. That should be in distance now. And we're looking at 73. One sip. We're looking pretty good. And at NYTRO, we should have 11.2 on the fuel. We're 12.1 right now. And we should have 9.8 when we get into Denver, if I can put it down. Top of climb and another 5 miles, and we got 238 miles to go. We're getting ready to come up on cruise. That's 25 minutes from the gate and 13 minutes from the runway. Oh, not only that, Roken Zone, I've got, well, I don't know if the one that's minimized is actually putting any demand on the system. That I don't know. I would think that it might, but I'm running these 3 4K screens, the 4K screen that's minimized, plus I'm running this screen, this screen, this screen, and that screen. I'm running 7 monitors on one computer, and 2020 is still this smooth. The only 2 monitors that are on a different computer are my CDUs. They run via device interface manager through the
United 2857,
control panel.
ILS approach for runway 34, right into Denver via the Alley 3 arrival. Prepare to descend in approximately 20 minutes. Let me know if you would like to descend sooner.
United 2857, we can expect the Alley 3 arrival into runway 34 right. It's nice, it's not changing my my flight plans anymore. SayIntentions was actually changing the back end on me a little bit every now and then and giving me the same runway. There was no reason for it. So it looks like they got that straightened out, which is pretty cool. So we're what, 60 some odd miles out of NYTRO, which I believe will put us on the arrival into Denver. Yeah, NYTRO, but we're not going to be on that moving map display. Alright, I'm going to get that air conditioning remote, grab a quick drink, stretch my leg, and I'll be right back. Drink went down the wrong way. Oh, that guy was just about over us, and he's not on the display. I don't know if 2020 has TCAS on the display. Maybe someone that uses it on a regular basis would know. But I definitely have to take a look at that button. 4090 cards? No, I just have one 4090 in there. Although I have three 4090 boards, I have a... When I run X-Plane 12, I run a computer for my left screen, a computer for my center screen, and a computer for my right screen. And then I run a computer for the glass screen, so I run 4. When I run MS2020, I run 2 computers. I run the computer that runs all these screens, plus these screens, and the second computer that runs the CDUs. But I have one 4090 in there that runs these 3 monitors, the 3 4Ks, and it runs the captain's side monitor. So it runs these 4. The motherboard itself runs the other 3. I have a Gigabyte X670E Aurorus Master, and I have a display port and an HDMI port on the motherboard. So I have the center display hooked up to the display port on the motherboard, and I have the first officer's display set up to the HDMI. And then the one on the bottom, the last one that's left, I have a VGA to USB-C, I believe it is, plugged in because it has 2 of those connectors as well. So I'm running all 7 monitors on one 4090 board and then the video board that came with the motherboard. Pretty cool. And I still get amazing smooth performance, which is unbelievable, which I don't get in X-Plane 12. X-Plane 12 is a resource hog. I run one monitor, one computer, and I'm only using an outside screen like this, an external display, and I still cannot run full blast, and I get flickers. So, nothing I can do about it. I've tried, believe me, I've tried, because I love flying at night in X-Plane 12. It just looks great with reshade. Oh, was it Franco's? Thanks, I appreciate that. The flight deck was actually built by Flightdeck Solutions. It's a Canadian company, about 9-10 years ago. They're actually working with commercial companies now. They've made hardware for Southwest Airlines, was it GE&E, NASA, cargo airline companies are using their hardware. So this is probably about the best you can get as far as what's being used in the professional world outside of the multi-million-dollar simulators. So, pretty cool. And I got lucky because 10 years ago, Flightdeck Solutions was basically dealing with enthusiasts getting into the commercial market. And I was fortunate enough to actually pick the right company. And the only reason why I did that was because the dollar was strong against Canada 10 years ago. So I got more for my buck up there. So, pretty cool. Now it's basically the Bentleys of the sky. Extremely difficult to get because the company's dealing basically with commercial entities now. So, took me 15 years to save for this flight deck. 15 years. That's in range. NYTRO 11.2, we're 11.4 on the fuel, so we're looking pretty good. 9.8 when we get into Denver. That tailwind is definitely helping out on the fuel. 30 knots, well, not exactly tailwind, but definitely giving us a little bit of a push. Any major storms? I haven't ran into any major storms setting this stuff up. I did do some stormy weather stuff just when I was doing some testing. I would take off, fly around just to see what the demand was and trying to get rid of the stutters to see what I could push, how much I can get out of her. So right now I'm running ultra settings with the slide bars on two of them moved full right. So it's basically custom. It's above ultra a little bit. So, and I can't ask for anything better than this. There's another airliner heading back in the other direction. So there's a few of them on the move now that I've seen. That's pretty cool. See, now you can see the satellite data out in the distance off to our left. That doesn't look all that great out in the distance. The right side looks phenomenal down there with the crop circles and everything. That looks real nice. Even up close looks good, but once you get out into that far distance, I mean, it may look like that in the real world, I don't know, but it just looks a little fuzzy. All in all, it's been a pretty good run. We're just under 50 miles now, top of descent. 49 miles. We have 166 to go to Denver. Let's bring up that chart. I said we had alley 3. And at South, we need to be above 30. Well, you know what? We're going to see how she handles this. We're heading all the way into Gorilla to High Mom. High Mom is down to 11, so we're going to see how she handles this down to 11. She should obey the restrictions that are programmed into the FMC, so we'll see. Give them another couple of minutes and then we'll get them back in their seats. Oh, I'll tell you, when I have breathing problems at night, I'll come in here at 1, 2 in the morning, and even if I don't set up a flight, if I don't go live or anything, I'll just go to an airport at night, take off, get to like 3,000 feet, and just hit cruise and just sit in here and just relax. Helps take my mind off of my breathing. Pretty cool. And the garage is far enough away from the master bedroom where it doesn't bother my wife, even if I have the sounds up. For me, it took a week to put this together, but the lead time from Flightdeck Solutions, I believe, was about 6 or 8 months. When this was delivered to my house, the pedestal came in one section. It was already pre-built. The throttle quad, this section right here, was pre-built. The MIP was pre-built. right? The rudder pedals and the yokes were attached to the base on part of the entire base section, which actually bolts together. So the forward overhead came in one section, same with the aft overhead. So basically it was just putting it together. I think the biggest part of building was putting the shell together, because the shell was all in pieces. And then the liners. Believe it or not. I have a 5-in-1 surround sound that's underneath the flight deck, which gives me, with the subwoofer, gives me a tiny vibration in the deck. Don't think it's enough to loosen up any of the bolts. Oh, it's been 10 years, I haven't found any. And it adds a nice little rumble to the bottom. Actually, it was a little bit too much. I had to take that subwoofer and put it on a small little carpet, because on the ground I was getting too much. The throttle quad was actually shaking big time on engine shutdown. All right, milk. 11.1. We're at 11.1. Oh, well, we were ahead on the fuel, not anymore. 9.8 when we get in. 26 to top of the set. 25. Yeah, we're getting back in their seats now. And we're going to see if she can handle this all the way down to 11 on her own, obeying the restrictions. And we'll follow the chart in. We'll see what SayIntentions ATC gives me. They usually come in a little bit early. So we're not going to pop up until we hit there. So we don't need that. And we should be popping up on that chart in about 8 or 10 miles. All in all, it's been a great run. 10.9 on the fuel, and we're 10.9 on the fuel right now. Up next, we're inbound alley. Great ride. And we're over to 210. And we're inbound alley, and we're on that chart now. Yeah, I hit jetway, but nothing moved. The only thing that I select when I go from jetway is I can select the truck with the stairs, and the truck pops up. But I go back to jetway, and they don't seem to approach the aircraft. I'll have to try that when we get into Denver. That's a pretty cool view. Wow, look at all the crop circles. Boy, those farmers definitely bored, huh? So we're at 31,000, so we met that restriction of above flight level 300. So now we need to be down between 220 and 19,000 at alley. And we're just coming up top of descent right now. Another 2.5 miles. And they are in their seats. It's a great view. Clouds are starting to pick up though. And we're on our way down. That's 40 minutes from the gate, 29 minutes from the runway. I gotta take a look at that. I must have wrote that time down wrong. Oh no, you know what it is? Yeah, there's an hour difference, I think. Maybe I didn't write that down wrong. I gotta take a look at that. I'm like, how could we be that far ahead of ourselves? I tried changing it though, and the truck drove away, but the gate never came over. We'll try it again when we get in and see what happens. Alley should be in range, and we're looking at 210. So far, she's pretty much right on the money on the descent. Now we just got to get down to 22. We're at 29.1 descending, so. What do we have in here anyway? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's going to be grayed out till we get on the ground. Now I can't even take a peek to see what the options are. Man, what a great view. I tell you, this view never gets old. It's only gotten better over the years. When I first started, I started with P3D with the Flightdeck. Although I started with Microsoft Flight Simulator for Tandy 1000 computer back in 1985. But I started with P3D, went to X-Plane, now 2020, 24, but we're back to 2020 until 2024 has an offline option. And it has just gotten better over the years. And the flight deck looks practically brand new. There's a few buttons may have a little wear and tear on them, a little coloring missing, but that's pretty much it. I may swap out these EFIS.
Via Alley 3 for the ILS runway 34, right approach into Denver, altimeter 30.03.
03. Descend via the Alley 3 for the ILS runway 34, right approach into Denver. Altimeter is 3003, United 2857. They're actually a little late this go around. I guess they did some more work. Hey Todd, how's it going? I actually put up a video. I can give you the video drivers that I'm using. I have to go find what number they are. I don't remember. Because I've been going through drivers back and forth, testing, dropping back and forth. So I have to go take a look and see which ones I'm using. But I also updated the DLSS, Todd. I grabbed the latest one from NVIDIA, and I swapped that out from 2020. And what else? And I made a video of me not using the main screen. I'm actually using Window 3. You were actually looking at 3 experimental screens, 1, 2, and 3. The main menu from MS2020 has been minimized. I found that having that screen up actually gives me the stutters. So if you just go into the experimental submenu, just create a new rendition page, it'll give you the front, the same that you have there. Then just save it, go back into your simulator. Once you're all set up, just minimize that main screen with the pull down menu, leave the one up that you just created from the pull down menu, and hopefully that'll get rid of your problem. It did for me. It worked wonders. I have a video out at LAX with clouds like this all around, overcast, aircraft on the ground. I'm doing 360s, and you can see the difference. It's night and day. I'm sure those of you that have watched my videos, you can tell the difference. We're going to 232. And we're looking at 10.5, 10.5. Right on the money. And we're below 22, so the descent is looking pretty good. The descent is looking pretty good. Now at head, we're going to be 250 between 21 and 16, so we'll see. She's starting to slow already. Surprised she's not asking for a little bit of speed brake here just yet. Give it to her before she asks. Oh, she's just fighting it anyway. Alright, in the meantime, let me make sure that's all right. What I say, we've got 3-4 right. I do believe this is in, but let's just make sure. It's not in. $385. All right. And I have the hold. I said. I thought I looked that up. That's holding at 10, right? At Huygen. Yep. That's all looking pretty good. That's all looking pretty good. And I can even do this in case I run into a little bit of trouble. In case the weather is just a little bit unexpected. $353. Alright, so we're good there, good there, good there. Good there, that's all looking pretty good. Back to alley 3. So, we're at 19.5 right now, so we're on the money for head, and we're slow on a 250. May need a little bit of help. Ooh. Yeah, drag required. Yeah, I'm a little bit ahead of you, Louie. The message seems to flicker and flash, though. That, I think, is something they may want to look at. That's enough of that, and we can get you set as well. And we're looking at 212. 10-4, 10-4 on the fuel. We'll have 9-9 when we get into Denver. 66 miles to go. That's in range. Oh, what a beautiful view. Oh, hey, Max. Yeah, 500,000 views on that one. I have no idea why that one exploded. I think I've been on here for years. I have over 900 videos. I don't know. That one just seemed to go crazy for some reason. I have no idea why. And it's only been, I think, 3 months. So that's pretty cool. What a great view, man. And she is nice and smooth. And she is following this descent beautifully. Let's have a look at 18. What are we looking at here? Bleed air panel is set to auto. Pressurization, land altitude is in. Passenger signs are on. Auto brake selector is set. Flight instruments and radios are set. Altimeter set. Local QNH 3003 is in. Recall. We got a clean board. I just got to put the landing date of VREF minimums in. And we are pretty good. What are we coming in at here today? $144. See, and it disconnects the VNAV when I do that. Shouldn't do that. I'm going to have to talk to Niles about that. I wonder if it's something on his end. All right, Dello between 15 and 17. We're just getting ready to cross 17 now. Beautiful. 223. What, we lose ATC here on this frequency? Yeah, I still want to look. I still want to work on some filters for the afternoon rides. Looks like we lost our ATC here. So we're going to continue in with the charts, and we're going to get some ATC back here. Yeah, the clouds look amazing. Beautiful job, whoever worked on them. Absolutely beautiful. All right, we're inbound Jeff now, 250 between 13 and 15. We're at 16.3 descending at 250 knots. Beautiful ride. 51 miles to go. And this has been great from cold and dark to where we are now. Beautiful ride. Oh, let me write that down as well. And that was VNAV. Check VNAV. That should not have disconnected like that. Great view. You have the ground peeking in between the clouds. Looks pretty cool. And you can see the shadows and then where it lightens up where the clouds aren't. Nice. Beautiful run. Yeah, I think I might be able to get 2-3 rides in today. I get this one in, go have lunch, come back, get another one in. And then maybe one before dinner. Well, that might be wishful thinking, maybe after dinner. It's such a joy when it all comes together as it does. I don't think I've done any of the challenges in 2020 at all. But if you want to do some challenges in the real world, try landing at, what the heck is that airport? Takeoff? There's a challenge for you. That's one heck of an airport to come into. Takeoff. It's got an amazing looping, sloping, mountains all around you approach. Requires special certification. And Hazlitt 236. And we're going to come down to 11 and slow to 210 next. Right, and we're looking at what? 87 down to 7. Yep, all right. So far she has been right on the money. Beautiful ride. So I believe there's an hour difference in the time, so where they came up with this, I'm thinking. Because I'm doing this run in 54 minutes, they did it in 2 hours and 10 minutes, so I'm thinking there's a... So if I do this an hour and 10, that would be 2:10. So I'm looking at another 16 minutes, and I think I'll be on time. Yeah, this is live weather, Max. And the auto flight system has been perfect. This whole ride has been beautiful. Wow. This is great. It would be, I wish I could get this to you in 4K. Man. It's almost like you could go out and walk on them. And it's pretty smooth. Oh, there's a flicker right there. Maybe the airport just loaded up. I've got the airport right down there. Man, that is one big airport, man. That sucker goes on forever. All right, we're inbound Grilla. Let's start slowing down, shall we? Let's enjoy this view. So here we got a left coming up to 173 into High Mom. And this has been another beautiful ride. I had one yesterday, was absolutely fantastic. This one is along the same lines. Absolutely beautiful run. And we're going to 173. Look at the darkness down there from the clouds. Cool. Let's slow up here. Yeah, we're in the thick of it now. And let's bring up that other chart, shall we? That was 34, right? RNAV Z. And let's get you set. And we'll go right to 5. We'll go right to 5. And we're going to be coming up on 10, so let's light them up. You are good, you are good. Give me 10. What a great run from the Boeing PMDG 738, man. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Give me the gear. Let's get set up here. I don't want to be busy doing stuff. I want to enjoy the view out the window. Stutters are gone, Fry. Stutters are gone. Finally got them figured out. It was coming from MS2020's pull-down menu. Oh, that's a great view. Let me get my fat head out of the way. Beautiful view out that window. Beautiful. Man. I'll tell you, I started 1985 flight simulation with stick figures. This is absolutely off the hook. Beautiful. Give me 15. So that's 59. So that's an hour 59. We got 11 minutes. So I think we're going to do okay this ride. I could test the auto. You know what? Let's test the auto. The auto land here. I'll take it just before we get down. I want to have a little bit of fun, but I want to check this, being I'm using the latest and greatest from PMDG that I just downloaded today. So far, everything has been beautiful. Give me 25. Yeah, we'll go right to 30. Slow all the way up. All the way up, baby. We'll come in nice and mellow. Beautiful run. I thought we were going to get a little bit of rock in there, but that's actually not bad. That's pretty good. And it has been beautifully smooth. I don't know if you're seeing it as smooth. I really haven't noticed too many stutters. I noticed that one that we came in looked like when the airport texture load. Oh, look at the rainbow. Cool. I don't know if you're picking that up. Camera might not be picking that up. Right out in that direction there. Starting to fade away already. All right, let's grab the localizer. And we'll grab the approach. Let's see how she does. We got an 11 knot headwind. And we can switch on over now. Let me have you. And we're coming in 3-4 right. And we're going to Concourse B. We've got gate 43 just about in the middle there. So we have lights, engine start selectors, auto brake, speed brake, landing gear, flaps, and they have been notified. This has been a perfect run. Absolutely perfect. No complaints this ride at all. Be nice to come in here and do this every time I turn it on. This is just, man, what a joy. And thanks for the reminder. We're going to 10 on that. And the heading is going to be pretty cool run. Oh, there you go. You got the rainbow on that side now. Oh, you got a couple of them out there. I wonder if they just got rain. And we missed it. All right, so far she's right on the money. She was a little low on my last ride. I took over a little early, but right now she's right on the money. 11 knot headwind. Beautiful ride. All auto flight. All right, I'll take it now. My bird, I've got control. Man, this is one big airport, man. Nice and smooth. Outstanding. That is huge. Pay attention there, Louis. Don't want to end up in that ditch. A little flicker there. Continue. Prepare for landing. Welcome to Denver. Don't break a leg on the slopes. What a great ride, man. Oh, beautiful. That ride was actually worth money. Beautiful. And we're going to, we'll go to the right and come back down. instead of going all the way down to the end. TA and test.
Radar display. Go around. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead.
I don't know why it's giving me that test. That's weird. That's very weird. That was a great run. Oh, I'm looking at the insert thinking I got to go to the other side. Good thing I made this turn. I'm looking at the big insert there you see on the left thinking I have to go to the left. Schmuck. Easy there, buddy. Where you think you're? Southwest? Slow down. So that's 107, 207. We're 3 minutes early. Not bad. And we can come all the way down. Where are we coming down to? We have... We're in the center. Okay. Let's get the APU up and running. And we can even kill number 2. Let's have a peek, shall we? Exterior lights as needed. We are good. APU, yeah, we're getting that up and running. Yaw dampers off. Window heat switches as needed. They're off. Probe heat switches are off. Engine wing and the ice are off. Engine start selectors as needed. They are off. Auto brake is off. Speed brake is down. Flaps are up. Transponders TA auto. And weather radar is set to test. We're just waiting on the APU. And we got this down. Okay. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the run, man. This was a great ride. This is 2 in a row now for 2020. I tell you, she keeps it up. She may be my go-to all the time simulator, especially if I get the night lighting worked out. I'm tired of waiting on networking from Laminar. I mean, it's getting old now. Networking has been broke since it was introduced years ago, and it's still not fixed. Ridiculous. Meanwhile, we have crickets and leaves that blow around. But I do like their night lighting, though, I will say that. We should have turned there, but we'll turn here. Oopsie. APU. Give that a minute and then we'll switch over. What time is it now? 3:10? Yeah, I'm going to go have lunch. Come back and get another run in. Tell you, the airports though look pretty empty. Got to take a look at my settings in Traffic Global. Easy there, Louie. You're not running Southwest today. Well, for everybody that joined me today, I hope you enjoyed the view. And I always enjoy the company and the conversation along the way. So for those of you that were engaging, thanks. I appreciate it. And if you haven't signed up, sign up. or give me a like. From what I've been told, likes mean something. I have no idea. I'm not a big YouTube guy. And my YouTube page is not set up for money, so that's not what this is about. This is about me sharing my hobby. Not about money. Never been. Alright, we're going to... Yeah, we're in the center one. You know, this has to be the first time I can remember, going back to 1985, where a flight simulator is able to run on its high settings like it is here, Ultra, and you have enough hardware in order to run it without stutters. This is the first time since 1985 for me that it's been running this great with everything cranked up high. Usually the hardware had to catch up. This is the first, and this is a big time improvement. All right, and we're coming in over here. And we can go on APU bleed now. Whoa, easy there, Louis. Come on, climb the hill, baby. Climb the hill. I can see little divots sticking up here. Just don't damage my landing gear. Come on. Really? Wow, look at this. Come on. Come on, if you're going to yell at me, yell at me. Whoa, where are we going here, Louis? Where you going? Something went on here. Something weird just happened here. We're stuck. Let me back up out of here. Well, this was almost an amazing ride. What's going on there? She should easily make this. Come on. We got to back all the way up and get a running start. Come on. Come on. Hey, and then she starts pulling to the right as soon as we get here. No control. That's very strange. You know what? We're going to come back. We're going to go down the other way. I've never seen anything like that. That's weird. It just pulls us to the right. No matter what I do with the tiller. All right, Louis. We'll do it the hard way. Pick a gate, any gate. Any gate we can get into. Come on, did you damage my gear now? Alright, we're just going to go pick a gate here. That's very strange. Can we make this side? Let's get a running start here. Can we make this side? You going to turn for me? You're not going to turn for me, are you? Going that quick. Nope, it's not going to let me up there. Wow. That's some strange stuff there. It does not want me up there. Alright, you know what? We're going to squeeze right between these poles if we can. It's not even going to let me do that. It just won't let me up there. I got full... Oh, that throttle's off. It just does not want to go up there for nothing. That is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Unbelievable. Well, it was 99% enjoyable ride. This is the first time I've ever come to Denver, but I don't understand that. I don't know why we can't get up there. You get so far and it just pushes you right back down. Crazy. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that ride. I did. And I'm going to go have some lunch now. And then I'm going to come back in here. I may start from cold and dark and make sure I get another clean, smooth run after I turn the computers off. Just to make sure that this is good, because this is ride number 2 that was beautiful. Except for not being able to get into the gate. All right, everybody. So for those of you that were here, man, I always enjoy the company and the conversation. Oh, Mr. Odom, you snuck in here, brother. How are you? Matter of fact, I was going to text you on Discord. When I come in here and push one of my buttons on the CDU, it disengages my VNAV for some reason. I'll have to take a closer look at that and figure out what that was. Make sure it wasn't just a fluke. All right, everybody. I'll be back in a little bit. Maybe I'll get a second ride in today in 2020. But it won't be out of Denver. I don't know what's going on with this airport. That's just a little weird. All right, everybody. I'll catch you later.
Bad ride.
Bonjour.